Let's do it! Let's freaking do it! Elspeth Storm Slayer Wars. Let's just get good value from our stuff. Now we have double 4-1s and we use Inevitable Defeat to kill them. So I think we are in pretty decent spot, man. This is officially a race to death. We need to kill them. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck that I was super excited to share with you, because this deck is a control that races so quickly most aggro decks cannot keep up, and this is all thanks to effects like Inevitable Defeat that remove a permanent, cannot be countered, so you can kill everything sheltered by Ghost, which is Wildman, and also your opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Helix is kinda the same, you kill something or you deal face damage and you life gain 3. And with Forge, together with Elspeth, don't forget, she doubles the tokens from Forge. That means whenever she enters the battlefield, you can like -3 opponent's sharded or something that is supposed to block, then Forge enters combat phase, creates 2 tokens, and then you swing for insane lethal. On top of Artist talent that can make every damage you deal, like Aether faster with the discount, or 2 extra damage with every effect like Helix and Inevitable Defeat, this deck can kill extremely quickly and will show you. We will actually outrace aggro decks with Lifelinkers, which is wild, man. And Elspeth, of course, absolutely amazing card that kinda does it all. You will see her in full glory today. And guys, before we start, huge thank you to our absolute legend for today, Blob Zombie, my friend. I know you absolutely adore those colors, and I waited for this shout out for this particular deck. So this one is for you. I hope you will like it. And with that being said, let's start the death race. Guys, whenever you see on the play with Forges, I mean, you are cooking and you are in nice position. However, we are against Mono Red. Alright, you know what, at this point I will even appreciate Mono Red that is using a different card. Torch the Tower is interesting. How much do I want talent? I can cycle cards for the rest of the game, but if I torch the tower, it's so much better. It's so much better, man. Just because we need to win the game with those 2 forges. Jeskai? Huh. I didn't expect it. That's unfortunate timing. We need to drop it. And this is probably like double spell deck. And unfortunately, we have to tap during one of the turns. And that means now they can unleash it. They had perfect opening against what we have. Now they can probably deal at least 50,000 damage. Alright. What is this? Lifelinkers, that's interesting. You know what? We could do something here. And go like this. We can bargain. Maybe we just try to win with this 1 forge. Oh, they are so excited for this lifelink, man. They are so excited. They should double block because then they get double lifelink. So, bro, like in Mythic it seems nobody knows how to, you know, play those decks. The damage happens at the same moment, right? So I believe they deal 4 damage and they would get to 20. However, it doesn't matter because we played all around it. What do I want to really kill? This is super annoying. But I think Slickshot is by far way better. And we also can cycle a card. In all honesty, we will probably never play this Forge. Okay, this is way better card. Planes from the top. Is it good? Is it good? I think we don't have the structure. We will draw lands at some point anyway. So we basically remove the 1 creature that's scaled. The rest of the creatures are kinda okayish. Alright, this is Taigam is super strong card. But I wonder if they will have time to use it. Right? This will take 4 turns. They might be dead by then. The lifelink helps them a ton. The absolute ton. Yeah, I think we just kill something. We could go Helix, but defeat is actually a little bit worse here. Let's see, they won't block, of course, but, you know, 1 can dream. Do I go for the defeat? The lifelinkers are so... I honestly think we just ignore it. In a way, it's only a 2-2. Unless they go like Overlords or some crazy shenanigans. Yep, the game will end before this happens if we kill the lifelinkers. Hopefully. Coyote. Another target another target. Alright, only one? Bro. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. Let's see the second spell. They usually want to double spell. Okay, that is okay. We basically need to negate the lifelinkers. Like, they will get a ton of value after the game is over if we play it right. I can appreciate the deck. Like, our opponent is actually trying to, you know, have something cool. So that's super nice. Let's go for this. I honestly... Well, you know what? This could be win con. On one of the turns, we can hit the Forge with this, and that will be ton of damage. I wonder if that could be the next turn. So we will get 8 damage, 11. Not yet, not yet. We need one more turn. I will try to hit the land or with the next card. Flanker. So we could Lightning Helix. Or we could Flanker. Alright. Yeah, I cannot kill them yet. We need one more turn. If not this lifelink, they would be dead, by the way. So this really helped them so far. Alright, guys. Alright, we are at 9. If they tap fully, we can trade with Flanker. See, basically this was 2 mana, 2/2, and nothing more during the whole game. Oh, this is annoying. This will be so annoying. This is good. This is good because this is the target we already wanted to kill. Let's see if they go for any kind of pump. They don't need to. Alright, let's kill this guy. I might not lose. This is not a... Okay, see, no prowess. They will get a ton of value. They need to hit 1-drop right now. If not, I think they are dying. And with Elspeth, we can kill them on the next turn. Also with double Helix, probably. Yeah, they're dead. Oh my god, this was the closest game ever. And you know what? This is the fun type of aggro. Like, they are doing stuff while also, you know, attacking you. Man, this was way closer than it should be. Alright. And that's why we love talent. Once you hit the first one, everything is fixed. Everything for the rest of the game. I think we will drop the Forge on the next turn. France Spider. This should be probably this is Ugin mono white control. That's my guess. Oh, I can use this. That's pretty cool. If I activate this, I still cannot play the Forge. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. We can keep cycling the cards. I will get one talent out and try to hit something cooler. Alright. Sending the message. Just for the sake of it. On the next turn, though, we can use this block to kill the spider with Helix. I honestly think this is Ugin deck. Usually whenever I see spider, it's something like this. But wait, Ugin is not an artifact, right? So it actually cannot be used for Ugin. Alright, but yeah, this is Ugin deck 100%. They want to ramp into it. And how can we play around it? We definitely play a land for this turn. I could get the discount. The discount is really nice, man. If I attack, they will probably try to draw a card with Simulacrum. I don't think I care. If I ramp it, they have 4, 5, 6. They cannot go for this play yet. Alright, let's go for this. Let's go for this. I think this is pretty good. And of course, let's swing. Yep, they want to draw the card. I'm fine with it. Like, one way or the other, this Simulacrum will die. And this way we at least, you know, packed basically 2 extra damage. Ugin is on the next turn. Yep. I think we need to prepare for Ugin with Helixes. This will be problematic. And also, they will remove Elspeth if we play. How do we do it? How do we do it? I kind of want to play this, to be honest. I could also go for Day of Judgment and kinda prepare the board. And get rid of flankers, maybe. I really like this play. They will get some value, but I think it's worth it. Let's get rid of the flanker. I don't think it's super relevant for the matchup. We got the land, which is super sweet. Man, we could go for Elspeth. But then they will Ugin it. I think we honestly just go for this. If I go for level 2... Can I use this mana? Yeah, I can. So I could go... Red, colorless, colorless, go for level 2, discount. Now we can go Day of Judgment, we sweep everything. Do we want to get something out? I think we can cycle this. And we like our hand. They will draw a card, that's fine. But now we have a ton of pressure. And we can already start hitting with this. They can get rid of the Forge with Ugin, but that means Elspeth stays. We can also deal 6 damage, potentially more. I really expect Ugin on this turn. Like, I think this is the whole strategy for the deck. Look how many colorless things they have. Elspeth. I love it, man. We are playing kinda the same thing. But we have better synergies than them. Yep, this is 100% Ugin deck. Okay, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Elspeth Stormslayer Wars. And we also have the Helix on top of this, which is super nice. And we have talent, they don't. We have discount, they don't. And we even have the defeat, they don't. I think we go for this. Let's just get good value from our stuff. Now we have double 4/1s. And well, Elspeth is in some trouble. Now if they play Ugin, they can either go for this or this, and we use Inevitable Defeat to kill them. So I think we are in pretty decent spot, man. I could level up. Oh, come on. I have to do it. I have to do it. You know how much this will deal? Bro, this is also not like non-combat damage. I think we are in prime position, even if they go Ugin. They might remove two things. That will be a bit of a problem. Yeah, they are digging. I think they don't have Ugin in hand. They are trying to find it. I wonder how many they play. Usually, yep, they just cannot beat this. We have basically the same setup, but ours is just way more better. Monument to Endure. Okay, this is interesting. The game just got interesting. I still think we drop the Forge, because for black deck, this would be absolute nightmare to deal with. That's why we have it. A lot of decks cannot really handle this. On the next turn, we probably go for defeat, so they cannot get the value from Monument. But this is the turn when they... Oh my god. Really? 2 of them? Come on, man. Oh, this is this type of deck. Oh, they will get 2 extra cards, probably. Oh, this is good for them. I think we have to main phase them. Bro, this is officially a race to death. We need to kill them. We need to kill them as soon as possible. Hitting 1 monument is super important, because now they don't have time to get card advantage with this, and they probably will be too slow for, you know, killing us with you know, 3 damage or 3 life loss. They probably shouldn't hit the next monument as well. So we will see, we'll see. Those cards aren't super relevant for this type of deck. Intimidation tactic. Oh, artifact. This is perfect hit for them. They could not hit better than this. They will take the tome, and that's insane value. This is exactly my strategy to outvalue them. Alright. Bandit talent, sure. This one doesn't hit very hard. I think we'll go with flanker when they tap and try to deal more damage. Oh man, not like this. Alright, this is fine, guys. We just need to pressure them, because this deck can deal a ton of damage. And as you can see, they are starting to respect it already. We don't have another red mana, so we cannot activate the Monastery, which sucks a little bit. Alright. What? Oh, they discarded this, sure. There's nothing we can do really about it. Right, we keep the card so they don't get any extra damage with talent. They can go for the garden and try to go a little bit crazy, especially if they have spray. I think it will work. And I need my defeat thing. We need one more of those. They have 4 monuments, we have 4 defeats. But yeah, they actually hit this. Oh my god, this is the only black card that has 1 mana cycling. So this is extremely good for them. But at the same time... Oh no, they will hit a land probably. Oh, that was the card holding priority on turn 1. They actually had a card like this. So if they have spray, they will keep this mana. If they don't, they will probably go for this. Sure, this is actually perfect for us. We can go for the flanker. I will try to get the scry. This way we get the next draw that is way better. Outpost? Not really. Talent is interesting, but it's not a card we really want right now. We want Elspeth. With Elspeth we win in like 1 or 2 turns. That was a miss. You know what? I'll take it. This is okay. Now we have red mana. And this is 7 damage. I tell you, this type of deck cannot kill you in time if you drop the Forge, like, you know, early. And now we can get 2 cards a turn. I don't think they have any counterplay to this Forge. This will kill them. And if we play Elspeth, we get 2 tokens and kill them instantly on the next turn. Alright. Very expensive card. I don't think they can do more than 1 cycling, probably. And here we go, with extra cards. That's why this is in the deck. And honestly, I think we'll win on this turn or the next one. Alright? Alright, the second card is way better. Let's drop some forges. They seem to be enjoying those. And see, even if they have all of this stuff, like if they cycle, they don't kill the creatures. This is already, I think... Yeah, this is lethal damage. So they need to use removal, in which case they don't get any value from the... Whatever, scrap that. They have the 1 removal that does both. Alright, alright. But I think it's still not enough, right? Let's see how much damage we deal. 6. That means they're close to that. They need to kill us in 1 single turn. If they make any kind of blockers, we just sweep the board and then Forges kill them. That's why we have to go Forges, because otherwise you might have problems with, you know, closing the game. But this just kills most of the decks. Alright, guys. This was a little bit close. Man, those bitter triumphs. Yeah, they are killing their own creatures just to try to hit something. Yeah, they're just trying to, you know, see what will happen if they draw extra cards. Oh man, this was kinda close, but Forge is unbeatable for them. Alright guys, we're on the draw. However, we have a lot of tools already. Our opponent is playing, Orzhov? It's probably, it feels like Esper bounce already. We don't have 1 mana play, so we go for this. And we see what our opponent is cooking. Yep, as you can see. However, we can kill the Hexmage pretty nicely, getting back all the all the, you know, damage that they dealt. Pixie might be a bit of a trouble, but hopefully we'll manage. What was that? That was 1 mana something. Huh. I don't think it was Hopeless Nightmare, they would play it. Alright, so we could go Helix. If they're smart, they will attack instantly. Let's see. Let's see. I hope they will misplay something, alright? Normally, if I knew that my opponent is perfect, I would not make this play. Sure. They don't really have second target, so if they have this town ain't big enough, they don't have the second target. They can go for Pixie, but that means they deal no damage. So, you know, it's still awkward for them. They can save the Hexmage. See, I think they have the card and they made the same calculation. It was like, it's not very good. And they were right, it's not. So, I could go for the Forge already. Come on, come on. Like, the faster you play it, the better. Of course, they will bounce it at some point, but this will force them to, you know, use the very strong card that they have. And already some damage potentially into the face. No way. This is the worst play I have seen. Basically, they spent 2 mana to gain 1 life, and they wasted the card. Maybe they have, you know, something in their mind What is it? Return target from graveyard to the hand. That's fine. That's not super threatening, and flanker can counter it nicely. Yeah, alright, that's way better than I expected. If they want to go for town, they cannot play anything more. What is the other part? Leave the graveyard. Sure. Interesting. Okay, so how do we play this? We could go talent into something, or we can just go flanker, which seems to be a better idea. In which case, we probably play Vantage here. Huh. I don't think we'll win with this Forge, but it pressures them enough, so hopefully they will make a play at... Come on, don't tell me you will block. That would be so horrible. Alright. Alright, but we are scaling, as you can see, so at some point they will have to make an extra play to prevent this. Oh, of course, otherwise they will die. Sure, this is super annoying. Well, this is the first real problem, because they can pump Hexmage to 4 toughness, in which case the flanker doesn't kill it. This is kinda expected, that's fine. That is kinda fine. That's actually very good for us, because that means they cannot pump the Hexmage, and very likely we'll trade with flanker, which is super nice. And then we continue, our onslaught. Alright, that was what? Return target creature. So they will probably get this Hexmage back. Yep, they went for it. Alright, let's go. No, we just live game. That's the best one. Alright, we have nice removal here. I don't think we need another artist talent. This card is pretty good overall. We could also try to get Elspeth. I think I'll take it. It's not exactly what I need here, but it's you know, manageable. And we can maybe set up the talent, like that would help a lot. By the way, we are at 18, man. This deck doesn't die. I could also kill the Scavenger to lower the damage, but in all honesty, I think we play differently. I have enough white mana, so we go black, and go this. I will take a little bit of a turn off. Oh, I could get the discount. Oh, that's nice. I think we still go with the Forge, because I think there is a chance they don't have next counterplay for it. Alright, not the best draw, but we can keep cycling. And of course we attack. Cause why not? We send the message. It's generally better to attack, because at some point they will get used to it, and then sometimes you can get a, you know, a nice juicy helix into the creature or something, because they assume that you always attack. It's not like this token will do anything else. So, if they go for the Hexmage, yeah, the Scavenger will be the biggest problem so far, but hopefully we can fix the stuff. Yeah, this Scavenger is like the only real problem. I think they should put the counter on Scavenger still, or at least on Pixie, but we'll see. This is a ton of damage. Alright. How do we do it? I could play the land, level up and go for defeat. Kill the Hexmage. And attack. It's not the worst. I'm not sure how many enchantments they have. This will help the next turn a ton. I could also just play defeat. And then I do not get too much value. Alright, maybe you just go with this and not cycle cards. With this we can make sure that our next draws are a little bit better. Oh, maybe they bounce something right now. It feels like they have the card. Alright, what are the targets? That's fine. Forge and removal. That's okay for us. I honestly think we can cycle it now. Now it's too slow, we need other cards. So I honestly think this is better. And we can keep cycling this card. Thanks to their play, we have decisions to make. And now, do I want to go Scavenger? No, we go Hexmage. Now the question is, do they have another one of those? Probably not, man, they used already two. Okay, okay. I think we'll scry with the tome. So let's make an upkeep stop. This will be hard. I think we can make it work. Storm Chaser's talent. Sure. Let's see the counter. If they put more on Hexmage, this is wasted. Oh, perfect. See? Basically we negated the whole counter thing. Man, they have so much. So much. But hopefully that will be enough. Let's go for inevitable defeat. I think they should put more counters on Scavenger. They wanted to make a super low priority target, but then they are wasting way too much on the other stuff. Alright. With talent we can basically ensure every draw will be good. And we life gain 3, so basically this whole turn is fully negated on damage. They still have this. So this can kill Flanker at some point. They need more than... This is 4 mana. Fear of Isolation. Alright, they will probably take a creature. Do they have a creature? No, they actually don't have any. They should put it on the Otter, I think. Okay, man, they are just doing it randomly. Obviously they want to go for flyers, it seems. I will get a Scry. We need some good cards from the top. Like a Sweeper, of course, would be amazing, but I think now we try to potentially draw a card. Alright, so what do? We go Flanker against Scavenger, probably. And we need a land for it. Alright, man, we are fighting. I love those aggro decks that also get card advantage. It's just perfect. So, what can we do here? We need to decide what we kill. It could be Scavenger. They can still cast this, but they can take the creature back. Honestly, I think it is Scavenger. Because that denies already 2 damage. We won't use the talent. We don't want to. And then we probably go with Flanker. This way we go around the discard. So I could go for the exile. Oh, we exiled, I forgot. So that's actually even better. Has left the battlefield 4-2. I don't think it will matter because we probably will, you know. They probably will use Nowhere to Run. Man, what a game! Look at what we have to do to be deck full of 1-drops and 2-drops. Oh my god. Like, it's all about those 1 and 2-drops right now. Alright, alright, this will be a ton of damage, but we have the Tome, we can remove the next creature. They're going for the lap. Okay. What's the creature, bro? Bro, those decks are so good, most of the players that use them don't have any idea how those decks work. Alright, alright. Honestly, don't think we get any kind of scrying. We like the card on the top. This will be a ton of damage. But we can make it a little bit better. Let's draw a card here. Let's see what we hit. A land. I see how it is. I could level up, but I need to do it twice, so I don't think it's worth it. Bro, how do we do it? Double level up is not great. Yeah, I mean we just torch the tower. Like, easy as that. We kill this guy. And we need to hit something that kills stuff. I mean it's kinda doable, right? We can bargain this. I mean, let's go. Let's go. Not super happy about this play, and I think Tome is a little bit better. It also will live game. Day of Judgment. Oh man, I needed this card for such a long time. We'll take it. We'll take it. If we hit Day of Judgment instead of this, we would basically be super ahead. Alright, Nurturing Pixie from the top. Must be nice. Down to 1. But we can kill this. We can actually kill this. Full board sweep. Let's go with another card, see what we get. A land. Not exactly what we want. But you know what? I can see this doing stuff. We will get some creatures. Oh, no, no, no. We need to have creatures. We have some of them. And our opponent top decked victory from the top, because he was a better player. Great. Alright, this could be very interesting opening. We definitely start with the Outpost, and then we go Artist. Artist talent is so good to just make sure that every draw you get is good. That really helps usually. And yeah, the Tome is also super nice. Yeah, let's go with the talent, because this one doesn't require you to use mana. And when we hit the Tome, we already can cycle one of the cards. Builder's Talent. This could be some Planeswalker's deck. I'm not exactly sure what our opponent is doing. We'll try to hit a land. Getting mana screwed probably not my favorite play. Alright, this is huge. See, that's why we went with talent first. This is actually huge. Alright, alright. We are hitting stuff. They will have ton of Get Lost, but then they will use a ton talent probably. With this level 3 you can take Planeswalker back. You know what, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see what they will hit. If they hit the Tome, we get the Scry. Let's go. And we can always Day of Judgment. I will take it. We need lands. We need to develop. I wonder if that's like Ugin deck or something. Oh, come on. Come on. I cannot resist this urge. Because we can go for Elspeth on the next turn if this hits. Sheltered by Ghost. They can take it back with level 3, I believe, right? Target non-creature, non-land permanent. So, yep. That is fine. Man, they think they are cooking, but in reality they are only cooking themselves. And this is also a land. Bro, how does warding works exactly? If what becomes the target, counter it. Well, that would be such a shame if this could not be countered. What will we get? Alright, I think we can do it at the end step. Man, this would be so funny. Like, having this uncounterable is really huge against warded creatures. And the best card right now is Sheltered by Ghost, like with warding. Cleric, okay. Interesting. They cannot attack with this, so they cannot lifelink. Armor, sure. I could just kill it right now. I could also just Day of Judgment. Oh no, my friend. We are thinking the hell out of this move because we are winning this game and you aren't. So I could go with Helix here. That kind of prevents their whole game plan, but we are not getting good value here. But you know what? We get Elspeth. Yeah, I like this. I like this. You like live gain? We like it even more. Here's your... Oh, 2 for 1. And this cannot attack, of course. Alright, let's go with Elspeth. Now we make 2 blockers. They cannot get losted. No. It doesn't cost anything. And with this, we should force them to get lost Elspeth. Otherwise, I don't think they can kill her. And then we sweep the board and we win. Unless they have got lost for some reason. But generally, this type of build shouldn't really play it. Like, it feels like a live gain pump deck. Oh my god. Alright, I can appreciate it. This is the card I wanted to build around for a while. Okay, so we can just kill it if we want. Or, isn't this way more fun? This also goes around warding, and now we have all those cards back. This seems pretty decent. Alright, we're at 7 loyalty by the way, so we can destroy it next to creatures. Our opponent can take something back. Okay, I should probably read it, but I won't. I told you, we are winning this one. Have you enjoyed the video? Be sure to tell me in the comments because I want to know, and we have so much to talk about. And you know what's funny? I had this deck completely different. I rebuilt it from the scratch so many times because what I originally thought would be super cool deck did not work at all. I will show you the stats for this one because I know you are curious, and honestly, all of the Mardu cards I had originally were removed. And I'll be honest, I think I need to rebuild the mana base, because it was supposed to be a Mardu deck, but right now we only have Inevitable Defeat. This is the only card that was left, and I'll be honest, this card is so strong that it kinda enables this whole idea for the deck, so I think it's still worth the black mana, but probably you need less. Elspeth, absolutely amazing card. This is probably one of the planeswalkers you might be seeing the most in, you know, in future standard. It's 5 mana that is incredibly hard to, you know, kill because of the tokens. Don't forget, when you have Ashok, you need to -2 to get the same effect as here you get with +1. So you can kind of see the idea. And also the -3 is a little bit better. Ashok cannot kill creatures. The only downside is that this card cannot draw cards, but making so many tokens is kind of creating cards. So this is probably the most middle of the road planeswalker. Ugin is super expensive and super powerful. This one is pretty cheap and still super powerful, especially with all the token synergies. This is probably the card that, like, you will see it a lot, and Forge is one of the best ways to use it, along with, like, you know, Caretaker style and this kind of stuff, and, you know, all the small tokens. So yeah, but I also had Shrieker. If you don't know what Shriek, I'm sorry, Blob Zombie, I hope you forgive. Shriek, I had 4 of those, and you know how silly it felt when I played this and my opponent had 1-drops with like 7, 6, double strike, ward, lifelink, trample, haste, and I was like, here you go, 2 damage. So now we don't play Shriekers anymore, which is sad because this was one of main cards for this deck, but unfortunately it's 5 mana. Bro, 5 mana, at least win the game with this. So yeah. So after playing with this deck, I'm happy to say that we went 50-50, 4 wins, 4 losses in pretty high mythic, so the deck kinda performed. This is a very dicey deck. You have good and bad cards for the matchup. Artist Talent together with the Tome really helped to basically cycle the bad cards. I honestly, that's the problem. I went with Day of Judgment because I still, like, you have so many 5-drops with Elspeth that it fits the curve better than the Sunfall, and at the same time you play both Artist Talent and Mazemind Tome, so I didn't want to go to Lockdown. However, it's hurt us in some games against, you know, red decks, so that's a bit of a problem. Flanker is here for Omniscience only, so if you don't see this matchup, you can remove it and add more removal or, you know, something else. There's also one more Mardu card that I really enjoyed. Yes, there's Archangel. I don't know what cost you filter by, alright? But this card is weird, but we will show you. I wanted to use this, but it's 3 mana sorcery that deals 4 damage and gains 2 life. It's not strong enough. So in the end, all of the Mardu cards like this were removed from the deck, and it felt that the deck performed better since then. And yeah, like, this is the type of stuff you will get, right? But with Forge, Elspeth and all those Helix Inevitable Defeat effects, you really kill your opponent super fast. I think you can make a little bit, like, something extra with this deck. I don't think it's fully refined, but it's refined to the point that I'm happy with the performance. We're still playing double Monastery, so we can, you know, exile cards and get some natural card advantage in case, because Artist Talent will never give you card advantage. At some point you will be left with 1-2 cards and they will always be perfect, but it's still 1 or 2 cards, and then you need to top deck another one. So that's why some extra cards really help. That's why you have Tome, Elspeth, and this land, and usually it's enough. You also have the Great City. I never used it, but the idea is there. I guess we don't really play creatures, so in all honesty, you can probably remove it because we only have Flanker, and you cannot remove your opponent's creatures. It's exile a creature card from your graveyard, so we don't have too many. Maybe better than basic land, but I'm not sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and before we wrap it up, huge thank you to our patrons that are helping us to make content. I hope you guys are enjoying Tarkir with all the new decks, and really thank you for your awesomeness. So yeah, that's appreciated. And with that, that's it for today. See you guys tomorrow.